Welcome back to Andersen Acres. We're inside today because it's pouring again, which is fun. So I thought we would take the opportunity to talk about another class of duck. Today I want to talk about, just in brief, the heavyweight ducks. These are the big and mighty ducks of the duck world. They weigh between 7 and 15 pounds. These guys are heavy, they're hardy, they're stocky, and they make excellent meat birds. They were primarily bred as meat birds. So most people raising ducks for meat are going to be raising one of the heavyweight breeds because that's what they were born and bred for. So these gentle giants, in addition to being really good meat birds, also make excellent pets because they are calm, they are quiet, they do tend to stay close to home because most of them weigh too much to actually fly. So in general, they are going to stay home because they don't fly. The exception to that being younger Muscovies. Young Muscovies do have the wing power to get off the ground. Older Muscovies who have put on more weight, usually not. But if you are raising Muscovies, know that the younger birds will fly on you. So if you're raising them, just be aware of that. Most of the other meat breeds, they're not going to be able to get off the ground. So these birds do grow really quickly, which sounds like a good thing and generally is a good thing. But what you need to know is sometimes they grow too quickly. So if you are not going to process your birds for meat, you want to take care not to overfeed them. And you do want to consider free ranging. Get them outside, get them moving, just so they don't put on too much weight too fast. Because otherwise, if they put on a lot of weight very quickly, they are prone to leg deformities and lameness simply from getting so big so quickly. So reduce their feed accordingly, make them go outside and walk around to free range a bit, just so that they get a little bit of exercise and they keep that weight a little bit down if you're not processing them for meat, because otherwise they can end up with some health problems. Just like a lot of the layer chicken breeds, they can end up with health problems related to growing really fast and putting on weight too quickly. So if you're keeping them as pets or you're keeping them for breeding, just try to keep that weight down a little bit. It'll help. So there are typically 6 accepted meat breeds, and these are the Muscovy. Now, the Muscovy is the only domestic bird not derived from the wild mallard, and they're actually a perching bird. So they do have the ability to perch on tree branches and stuff, which is not common among ducks because most ducks are more swimmers instead of perchers. But Muscovies are the exception to a lot of rules. There's also the Pekin. These are the most common meat breed. They're a really friendly bird, so they're really easy to raise, really lovely to have around. That's one of the reasons why they're the most common. There's also the Appleyard. These guys are inquisitive, friendly, and beautiful. Definitely worth having on your hobby farm if you want something absolutely adorable. The Aylesbury duck is more rare than most of the other breeds, but it's also a really high quality meat bird. So people who do raise this particular breed tend to do so for that really high quality meat. They're not cheap because they're rare. So if you are interested in these guys, know that they'll cost you. The Rouen is social and beautiful. These guys, a lot of them look like mallards. They're very pretty, very easy to have around, very fun to have on the farm because they look like mallards. There's also the Saxony. The Saxony duck is really good with kids. So if you have young children, a Saxony is really good to have because they don't tend to be aggressive with young people. They tend to just follow everyone around. They are on the noisier side. So if you do get Saxonies, know that they're going to annoy your neighbors endlessly because they're loud. But they're still worth having on the farm because they're beautiful and good with kids. But that is about it for us here today at Andersen Acres. I hope you enjoyed learning a little bit about the heavyweight ducks. We'll see you tomorrow.